Okay, hi everyone. I'm hoping that everyone can see this. I had to restart um, because I couldn't share my screen. So hopefully you can see this. So this presentation today, I wanted to just talk about embracing downsizing. It is something that I truly feel strongly about, and I want to get the word out more about it because I don't want people to be rushed into it and not have their own control over the downsizing process, and give them plenty of time so they're not rushed and they can make decisions that they truly want. So, all right, let's do this. Hopefully you can see this. So, downsizing. Okay. Um, so for don't wait, liberate. Downsize your stuff and upsize your joy. Okay, so this, I know these pictures could be a little cheesy, but it truly is about freeing up your time, your life, having less stuff so that you can do, excuse me, so you can do the things that you enjoy. Whether that's spending more time with family, with friends, with hobbies. The benefit, truly the benefit of starting early in your downsizing journey is that you have more time, you have more energy, you have more resources. You're not doing it when maybe there are health issues that are slowing you down or making it difficult. And then it gives you the freedom to pursue what matters to you, like this, friends or family, or enjoying time doing hobbies that you like. So, um, this is a little bit about me, real quick, and why I'm passionate about it. Really, so my name is Selena. My background is a nurse practitioner, and I started my own home staging and decluttering business in my local area. And now I've kind of merged over to coaching seniors and to give them the ability to take control of their downsizing journey and embrace this next phase of life. It doesn't have to be stressful, super emotional, where you can't make decisions. You're like frozen and you don't know what to do. It doesn't have to be like that. So it really can be a lot easier than people make it out to be, or you hear these bad stories. So it can be in your own hands. You can take control in your own hands. So this slide, the burden of stuff. So this slide gives, I don't know about you, but this gives me a little anxiety. Obviously there's clutter. Everyone has clutter, no matter what. I'm very passionate about this stuff, and my house gets cluttered. It takes time to an effort to keep up your home, and especially if you have a bigger home, if you've been there for 20, 30 years, there's a lot of stuff that accumulates. And if you don't, over the years, once a year, twice a year, kind of go through your things and get rid of them, donate them, trash them. If you don't take the time to do that, obviously things, you know, um, clutter, and you collect things, and there's less space. So I really feel like there is an overwhelming burden people have, and they feel with so much stuff, stuff that they may not be using, or that they don't need. It can really kind of weigh you down and make you feel stressed, and just like you just want to shut the door and forget about it. And there's a lot of hidden costs of having too much stuff. Um, there's financial strain if you have a lot of storage units. There's the emotional side of holding on to unused items. So it really is a big deal, and it is a process. It doesn't happen overnight, but it is something that you can start when you are ready, and you can even start before, even if you're not going to downsize for another 5 years. You can start small so that when you are ready to downsize, you're not having to tackle all this stuff all at once and just feel that pressure. So when you do unclutter your life, you kind of Figure out what's more important to you and what you enjoy. Um, Sorry, here, ignore that part. This part is a little extra that I forgot to remove. But um, you kind of discover your passions, you have more time, it frees you up to do what you enjoy. So, the power of now. So, why I feel like that embracing less will, make your future a lot easier is if you start early. So you, like I said, you don't have the burden of all this stuff later on. When you're ready to downsize, whether that be a smaller home, an assisted living or senior living community, they're typically on average smaller spaces than where you're going from. If you're kind of just transitioning from a smaller home to another, to a senior living community, sometimes those kind of equate the same, but you still want to get rid of some clutter to just kind of open up that space and get rid of things that you're not using. Um, so people have talked about, I don't know if anyone's heard this, the silver tsunami prediction. It is something that experts are predicting that there will be with baby boomers, that generation, that there is going to be a massive downsizing wave in 2024, 2025. And they're saying potentially involving over 30 million housing units, as 51% of people over 50 are considering downsizing. So that's a lot. So, this is millions of housing units, and it's not just the United States. This is kind of all over the world. So even if you're in a different country, this is definitely a big prediction that they've been talking about. And, to be able to quote unquote take be ready for this, or you may just notice that a lot of your friends and people in your age group are doing this as well. So it's kind of on people's minds. So it's happening. Um, so beyond the hype, what might affect the downsizing landscape? So with this silver tsunami prediction, obviously it's a prediction, but mortgage rates may affect that, the economy, and people's individual preferences. If you need extra medical support and nursing care, that's an assisted living. Those places fill up, or in independent living, those places fill up. So it's say you look at your downsizing plan and the needs and what preferences you need, and if that includes more medical care, more oversight, more assistance, you know, in the next, 3, 5 years, that's planning for potentially an independent living, assisted living, and researching them and getting on a list and, being ready when that space opens up so that you can move into one of those places. So, why downsize as a baby boomer? Okay. I think age is just a number when it comes to downsizing. I really think that you don't have to be quote unquote a baby boomer. You really could be, at any age and decide that you just have a big house and you don't need all the space and you don't want to spend all the money to keep it up. So it really is not just for baby boomers, just to clarify. So, reasons to right size your life. So, there are a lot of financial benefits. You're not having to pay to upkeep, keep up all the expenses of a large home, the large utility bills, the lawn care, all the maintenance that comes with a large home. Smaller homes, excuse me, when you downsize, they can be more convenient for you. They could be closer to family and friends where you get more support and more help if you need it. And just a simple desire for a simpler lifestyle. I think realizing that you don't need all this stuff really clears up your mind and makes you live more in the moment and realize, things are just things. You don't need all these things just in your life if you're not using them, you're not enjoying them. It's maybe better used for someone else. So I know that was kind of quick, but I just want to reiterate that it's never too early to start. Truly, I think that you have a plan. Most of you may have gotten my assessment, the next step assessment, to decide which is best for you. If you did look at that, that does kind of give you a general idea if you're better suited for a smaller home, assisted living, or senior living community, kind of depending on your needs. So, and that's just to get an idea. That's just kind of touch on it. And then, the downsizing process can start when you're ready. You can start decluttering tomorrow if you like. It really is personalized. You have your own timeline, and it's not one size fits all. So taking the first step, you definitely need support and resources to make it a smooth process. And starting today, if you want, you can find out, like I said, find out what type of home is the best next step for you. If you don't have my next step home assessment, reach out. I can put the link in the comments, and you can fill that out. It's 12 questions. It kind of gives you a general idea. The next step I highly, highly recommend is meeting with a financial planner, because obviously finances are a huge part of this. It's not just the logistics of moving and decluttering and getting rid of stuff. It's, financially, what is the best option for you? And if you have a financial planner, meet with one. If you don't, reach out and find one. Maybe some of your friends or family use one, or you can do a little online research. It is very important, because obviously you don't want to get into a place where you're struggling financially. And then the decluttering really does not have to be overwhelming. It can be as simple as going through one of your kitchen drawers, one of your kitchen cabinets, and looking at what you have. And if you have 10 of the same pots and pans, let's donate about, 5 of them. You can start there. So the decluttering can really start when you are ready, when you are motivated. It doesn't have to be hours and hours. You can do 30 minutes at a time, and literally set a timer, play some music, and start decluttering and just going through and seeing, okay, what do I really use and what do I not use, and what can I get rid of, or what can I pass on to my family or donate or trash. So that's kind of just making those first decisions. You are taking control of the process. And then working with a downsizing professional. I provide coaching. There may be people local in your area that are downsizing professionals that can come in and help you. But I really think it's highly, there's a lot of value in working with a professional. So, if this is you and you need help, I am here to help you. So this is again, I'm very passionate about this. I worked with a lot of homeowners in my staging and decluttering business, and I saw their struggles. I saw that they just all of a sudden decided, I'm going to sell my house. And then they looked at their house and they're like, oh my God, I have so much stuff. Please help me. I need to get rid of it. I can't make a decision. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I need. And they just really struggled. And then they put up this for sale sign and they're stressing out. They don't have enough time. The house isn't ready to be shown. There's a lot of burden on them. And my whole point of this is to work with seniors so they can take control of their downsizing journey, and then you can embrace this next phase of life with confidence and joy and not be overwhelmed. So anyway, so I am here to help you. If you need my help, you want my help, I provide one-to-one coaching. Some of the topics we can touch on for the coaching are overcoming that emotional burden is a big one, and even the decluttering. If you're struggling with the decluttering part, you don't know what to do, where to start, I am here for you. I can coach you through it. I also offer a digital download. It's the Ultimate Downsizing Planner. It's $7. You download it, you get a 27-page PDF that you can print, and it is your complete full roadmap for your downsizing journey, so you don't miss anything. So it's literally from start to finish, and it covers everything. Also, I love it, the downsizing planners, because you can bring it with you to take notes as you tour different facilities. Say you're looking at senior living communities or assisted living. In my downsizing planner, it has different sections and kind of more personalized to you. You kind of answer the questions and work through it, and you can bring this to your tours of facilities, and it kind of remember what you need, your preferences. It kind of helps you get you thinking like if this would be a good fit for you. Also, I have obviously our private Facebook group, which I'll be providing resources and more live events. So if there is something that you really want to talk about that I have not touched on yet, and this group is fairly new since August, and this part of my business is new since August, and so I'm trying to work and find out what you guys need so that I can support you. So please definitely write in the group, email me, whatever works for you. And I think that is it. So hopefully you get to a point like this where you can do your happy dance and you are downsizing and happy and you're in your new space and you are just loving life and enjoying your time in a more simpler, downsized, easy, controlled space, and you feel just so overjoyed. All right, thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. As always, have a great day.